I want you to take a look at this symbol, and I want you to tell me what goes through your mind when you see this. When you see the American flag upside down, what goes through your mind? I mean, right now, my blood pressure is rising. And one of the reasons why my blood pressure is on 10 right now and my hands are shaking is because of what the U.S. code says about an upside down American flag.
According to the United States Flag Code, the flag should never be displayed with the Union down, except as a signal of dire distress in instances of extreme danger to life or property.
Having the flag upside down is worse for America than waving a white flag of surrender. Having that flag flown upside down is just showing you that America just may not be America anymore. We're in dire need of help and assistance because America is about to no longer be America.
The New York Times cites photos and interviews with neighbors in reporting that in 2021, days before President Joe Biden's inauguration as president, days after the deadly attack on the United States Capitol of January 6, neighbors of conservative Justice Samuel Alito noticed something on his lawn, an upside-down American flag, a symbol commonly used in those days by Trump supporters who falsely suggested the election was stolen, a symbol of stop the steal, if you will. That flag flew in the Alito's yard, the front yard.
A Supreme Court justice home had an upside-down flag flying in its front yard. Days after January 6th, days before the new president is to be sworn in, and days or weeks before they were supposed to decide on a January 6th case, a Supreme Court justice. And what makes this so important that it's a Supreme Court justice that's been accused of doing this?
The 9 justices of the United States Supreme Court hold in their hands the power to forever alter the trajectory of our country.
It's very difficult to change a Supreme Court decision. You either go back to the Supreme Court and re-argue it, look at what happened with Roe v. Wade, or you get the legislature, the Congress, to change the law. That's how important the Supreme Court is. And listen to this son of a... Listen to his explanation.
I had no involvement whatsoever in the flying of the flag. It was briefly placed by, wait for it, Mrs. Alito, in response to a neighbor's use of objectionable and personally insulting language on yard signs. He blamed his wife.
Not only did he not say we had nothing to do with it, so he essentially admitted that, yeah, that was my yard and that was my flag, but he blamed his wife. What kind of man? If you're a Christian, like most conservatives claim to be, you believe in something like what you're seeing right now on the screen. And even though my wife has just as much say in our house as I do, I'm the ultimate responsible person when it comes to what goes on in this house. That's the burden that I agreed to carry when I stood in front of God and her and professed my love to her through him. If my wife decided to put an American flag upside down in my front yard, I, as the husband who got equal say in this house, has to agree with it. But he dumps that whole responsibility on his wife, knowing that he has that front yard too, knowing that he owns that front yard just as much as she does. And if he did not agree, he should have sat his ass down with her and said, babe, I don't know if we should do this. I mean, I am a Supreme Court justice, and I do have the ability in my hand to change the laws in this fucking country. He could have sat her down and told her that before he went and put the flag out. But no, he agreed to it. But then he threw his wife under the bus. And it's also a travesty that I don't even know his wife and I'm defending her more than he is. But it's cool. It's cool. He's good. He's set for life. He got that Supreme Court seat for the rest of his life. Who gonna stop him? Who gonna stop him? Presidents come and go. Congressmen and senators, they come and go. He's there for life. Who gonna stop him? Who gonna remove him? What we have to do is vote. It sucks, but that's all we got. What do you think?